Okay, we had some connectivity issues. Hopefully now it will be all good. So I just got back home. Went to Qualicum for the day with my sister to get a change of pace, change of scenery, which was really, really nice. And we really enjoyed it, especially after, after going through doing like shadow work for the past couple of weeks, and really being in it in this Scorpio season and being in all the emotions and the lessons and everything. And finally feeling now that I'm at a place of like that, like rebirth, like it's not, rising phoenix just yet, but it's definitely feeling a lot better, feeling a lot lighter, feeling like I've definitely shed away a lot of things and kind of have my own realizations, which is really nice. What I do want to talk about today, just because of something that as I was in Qualicum, there was like, obviously when you go visit someplace new, you go to shops and you check out the things, and I want to talk a little bit about intentional spending, just because like we have been on this money conversation and I want to continue having this money conversation, because it's something that I am passionate about talking. And so intentional spending. So what is intentional spending? I think that is uniquely towards like each person, and it's different. And I believe that, especially using elements of your human design, you can really tap into like what intentional spending looks like to you. So for those who know the basic of human design, strategy and authority, you can definitely use this as like a way to tap into intentional spending. Like, why is it that you want to buy or desire to buy or need to buy, whatever it is? Why is that? And is that something that your authority is telling you that it's a yes? Is that something that feels right for you? And kind of like anchoring into your why. And so for me, I know that I have self-projected, and I definitely like talk out loud to process and make decisions. But when it comes to intentional spending, I actually use my motivation in human design, which is like one of the 4 arrows. It's under the variables. And I usually intentionally buy what I desire, not so much what I want, because that will be like my transference, and not necessarily like obviously there will be like certain things that I would need, and then that would kind of coincide with like the way I view things in terms of survival, that I always make sure that I get what I need, like, so make sure that I have like my basic needs met in terms of like food, for example. So that was like that. It was the way like that I intentionally spend, is that I make sure that, okay, I got my basic needs like all filled. If I desire to buy anything else, like I kind of really tap into like, why do I desire to buy this? Like, what is it about this particular thing that I desire? And sometimes, it can be as simple as like just desiring it. And it's simple as that. You don't really need to. It's just something that your human is attracted to. But there are other times where it's just like, it's more to fill a void. And it's not that you don't need it. You don't necessarily want it. You don't necessarily desire it. But you're just like, you feel like you just have to spend money to get it. And so that's where the energetic shift changes when it comes to intentional spending, because you're not buying it out of something that like that will truly bring you joy, or that will truly fulfill you, or that will truly like feel really good. And I always kind of like really get intentional with my spending, because I am somebody, I will spend the money on something I desire, like hands down. I don't care what it costs. I will go. If it's something I desire, if it's like, I don't know, $50 bra, no problem. If it's $200 pair of pants, that's all good. I will put the money aside. I will, or if I have the money, I just go ahead and do it. And I don't have that, but it has to come from a place of intention. It has to come from a place of like, is this something that I truly desire, or is this another thing on the list to add to the stuff that I already have? So why is it that I truly desire it? And so that is kind of like how I go about it. Now I know that like not everybody goes about intentional spending this way, but maybe this is a way for you to reflect, like, how do you spend? Like, how do you spend your money? How do you want to spend your money? How do you desire to spend your money? How are you like how can you be an intentional spender that is like uniquely to you? Like, if you have a sacral authority, tapping into your sacral, tapping into your gut and being like, ask your gut, like, do I desire to buy this? Do I want to buy this? Like, do I need to buy this? Ask your gut that and see if your gut says yes or no. If you are an emotional authority, maybe like riding the emotional wave before buying something, especially when it comes to like bigger expenses. And so riding the wave, because if you are an emotional authority and, sometimes what would happen is if you buy out of impulse, then you can, after that, regret it after. Or maybe you go and return it after. Who knows if it is returnable. And so that is something I definitely wanted to tap into, just because today I'm kind of like being somewhere new and I was just like, oh, I want to get this, I want to get that. And like, I'm just like kind of like all this like shiny objects, but really anchoring in and like being intentional and saying like, okay, like, do I really want this? No, I actually don't. Like, I don't really need it. I don't really want it. Oh, but this thing, like this aspect, I do desire, I do want. Okay, so I'm going to spend my money here. And so that is just a way I've kind of like navigated, and I've learned to navigate with my money, is being very intentional about it and really getting the things that light me up. And I always look at the things I have and the stuff I have. Like, there was times where I went crazy. I think at one point I had like over like 10 candles, and I was just like, okay, do I really need like 10 fucking candles? No. Now I just got 2, and then when those 2 are done, then I'll probably get another one. And that is just like kind of just being more minimalistic about it. Hi Bianca. I am not an emotional authority. I'm a self-projected authority. So I basically talk out loud and hear myself speak, but sometimes even that is not super clear for me. So I do have like also my own wave that I sometimes need to ride, depending on the decision I have to make. So it's not like always like my authority is not always super clear, because it's one of also the lesser the less popular ones, just because I don't have any motor center. None of my motor centers are defined. So it's interesting. Thank you for asking. And thank you for being here. I love that. I love that you are an emotional authority. I love all my emotionals. Like, you guys are all awesome. Yeah, awesome. I like I watch you guys ride your wave, and then I'm just there and I'm like, okay, they're riding their wave. They're doing their own thing. So yeah, so that is what I want to talk about today. So, yeah, I'm going to talk about intentional spending. And so, yeah, so just going to wrap it up with, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. And I will speak to you all tomorrow, when I come on live as per usual. And then next week I am going to be launching something, which I'm excited. So I'm excited to launch it. I'm excited to bring it to everybody's reality, and see what happens. So that's it. Speak to you all tomorrow. Bye.